Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. With this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing the Radeon RX 5700 XT in God of War Ragnarök. This one is the Sapphire Pulse edition of the card. We are running it with the latest AMD drivers, and I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech Power-Up's GPU-Z, and over on the left, I'm pairing it with a Ryzen 9 7950X3D CPU with half of its cores disabled, because it makes it the same as a 7800X3D, and it's better for gaming. And over on the memory tab, I'm using 32 gigabytes of DDR5 6000 MHz memory in dual channel. Now, these are overkill specs for a 5700 XT, but as long as you don't have a CPU bottleneck, you'll achieve the same FPS. Let's get into it, shall we? And here we have it. Let's go over the settings first. I am starting at 1080p resolution native with TAA, which looks very good in this game, and the high settings preset down here. The only things I disabled were the motion blur and film grain, which, well, it's down to personal preference, basically. And here we go, starting with 69 FPS. You gotta be kidding me, that's perfect. And 69 degrees Celsius on the GPU as well. Well, now it's going up slightly, but wow. Fantastic, guys. We already know it's going to be a perfect experience almost. All right, let's go fight these guys over here. Oh, do not run away from me. Do not run away from me. All right, we got this. Let's kill the bastards. Here it is, guys. This is actually a pretty intensive area compared to the other open area with a lot of water, basically in that direction, you know, that I tested in the 4070 Ti Super video. But I also tested out some more intensive areas in that video as well. Yeah, let's go up here, kill the bastards. Here we go. Nice little chest right there. Okay, kill this one as well. So as you can see, 5700 XT, even though it's kind of an older card at this point, you know, a couple of generations old already, and it's about to be 3 generations old this year, probably a little bit later, I guess. Yeah, it can still play this game absolutely fine at 1080p high settings, native resolution, no need to utilize any upscalers or anything, and I guess this is what makes the... Why can't I open... Oh, of course, because I need to kill all of the enemies first. That's a little bit of a weird game design choice there. So many enemies here. Okay, let's get close to them. But yeah, this is what makes the 5700 XT an absolute banger of a card in terms of price performance, you know? Like, I gotta make a full Sunday video, and I will make a full Sunday video on it soon enough, but it is quite a little beast of a card for 1080p gaming, and it's very cheap these days at what, 100 to 120 bucks, something like that. I actually bought it a few months ago for 130 euros. I mean, that's a really nice price to pay for a proper 1080p GPU. In a lot of games, it will just play them absolutely fine. It is GTX 1080 Ti performance after all, or RTX 2070 Super, somewhere around that. It also trades blows sometimes with the 3060 as well, so yeah, for that price, can't really go wrong, you know. And of course, in some titles you got FSR 3.1, which looks great. That's the case in this one as well, so it probably allows us to play at higher resolutions. I think I'm gonna leave it right there. You can see it's very smooth here at 1080p resolution and the high settings. No need to utilize like ultra settings that would lower it down from 60 FPS, of course. VRAM is already fully utilized and going above the limits on high as well. So it's either high or medium, but if you have enough RAM as well, you can see that even though we're running out of VRAM and swapping things into the RAM, it doesn't really matter. It's still a really smooth experience at 1080p. But to make it even smoother, you could utilize some frame generation. There's AMD FSR in this title because it supports FSR 3.1. Once again, you can utilize it with TAA. That's very nice. And here we should be looking at yeah, major improvement in FPS. We were getting like 90, now we're up into the 150s. That is absolutely crazy, guys, without a major hit to the visuals as well. Like, this looks very similar, maybe slightly softer, but it's almost unnoticeable. So if you are after the higher refresh rate experience, this is the way. All right, here we go. Look in this direction. It's definitely more intensive than inside of this cart thingy, but look at that. 100 plus FPS, it definitely makes your game feel a lot smoother. In terms of input lag, it's super bearable because it's still 100 plus FPS, and I think at like 80 plus FPS, this is absolutely great in terms of input lag in a single player title like this one. So yeah, guys, even though the 5700 XT struggles a bit in like those UE5 titles and so on, if a game is well optimized, it can chew through it. It is a great GPU once again for 1080p gaming, and when you add FG into the equation, even better, right? Look at this. Honestly, I was expecting lower results with FG in this GPU, guys. This high settings, once again, looks very similar to the ultra settings experience, and it's getting 130 frames per second. At this point, it might actually be very, very smooth, even at 1440p high settings as well. Oh my god, that's a big boy right there. Okay, so this is kind of a boss thingy, I guess, at this point. Not great. Oh boy, okay, Crisp. Just use the Spartan Rage. Yes, Spartan Rage. Come on, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I love it, guys. Damn, here we go. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Come on. Okay. Use our shield as well sometimes. Where's my shield? What the heck? I don't know where it is. I actually thought I blocked right here, but no, it doesn't block right there. Okay, it's Q to block, of course. I just forgot, guys. Okay, we're almost there. Here we go. There it is. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. These kind of cutscenes, like, it looks so cool. It is absolutely awesome in God of War. Holy crap.
That one was tough.
Yeah. Very good, guys. Very good. All right. We're going to stop it right there for 1080p. You get the idea. It gets really high FPS with FG enabled. I'm going to try it out at 1440p next. All right, here we go. 2560 by 1440 resolution again using TAA native, no frame generation, and the same high settings. And look at that, guys. I mean, even if you want a native 1440p experience, this is going to perform. It's not amazing, like it's not 60 plus FPS like we've seen at 1080p, of course, but it's still high settings. On medium settings, it might actually get those sweet 60 plus at native resolution. And at this point, you could utilize like FSR 3.1 quality to achieve 60 plus, since it only dips down into the 50s a couple of times here and there, you know, in more intensive scenarios. Most of the time it is above 60 as the average suggests. But yeah, this is phenomenal performance still from 5700 XT. And of course, we also gotta praise the developers a little bit here, guys, because they did a great job optimizing the game. Compared to everything else that we've been seeing this year, I think this is one of the best ports that we've seen so far. This and Ghost of Tsushima, interestingly, both from Sony, right? Coming from a PS5 to PC. Yeah, they're very well optimized, and if you are into these types of games, 5700 XT is a great option, especially on the used market once again. Well, only on the used market actually, because this doesn't sell brand new anymore, of course. Okay, goodbye. Come on. All right, good stuff. Come on, yeah, get out. No. Oh boy, that's a pretty bad idea, buddy. You might shoot at me. I don't know. Oh, whoa! Oh, no way. Okay. Oh, these. Oh, easy, very easy. What? I thought we were going to fight that, but no. All right. That was crazy. It's dropping into the 40s now, by the way. A little bit more intensive of an area, apparently, looking at this kind of city from above here. All right. It's just dropping sometimes into like the 40s, as you can see, 48 there. But it's not a problem. This is pretty decent experience. Let's try those things, please. Let's try those things. Yes. There we go. Can that move? Yes, that's moving now. Let's go. I'm not even sure why we did that for, but okay. Come on. Let's go. Kill these bastards. It's level 1 bastard, you know. We should be able to kill him quicker than that, I think. I thought so, at least. But yeah, guys. there are some options to improve our frame rate, and I think I'm gonna try like FSR 3.1 quality first. Okay, this runs the game at 952p resolution internally, and it upscales it to 1440p, and it looks great on an 1440p monitor because it's FSR 3.1, none of that FSR 2 or FSR 3 BS, you know. This actually looks like a proper upscaler, all right? And yeah, as you can see now, it is above 60 frames per second all of the time. Good stuff. Gonna start counting our FPS as well. Come on, stop it! Oh my god, the controls are a little bit weird sometimes. Maybe I should play with a controller, but I prefer mouse and keyboard, I don't care. Gonna open this chest here. Look at that, guys. Look at that view. 69 FPS once again. Perfect. But yeah, obviously, like, there's not a big difference between medium and high settings, so if you want to gain FPS that way, feel free to do so. It's always going to be above 60 as well at 1440p. Awesome experience. But again, I feel like FSR 3.1 is so good in this title that you should utilize it on quality. It looks like native resolution here, and I would definitely have no problems playing like this. I would encourage you to play around with FSR 3.1 as well, because it's beautiful, guys. All right, it's a really, really nice implementation in this title. All right, I'm gonna stop it there. We got 60s instead of 40s. Great improvement, but it can be even better, of course. And I'm gonna enable FSR FG on top of quality FSR 3.1. And now things get a little bit softer, a little bit noisier if you move the camera around like this, but honestly, I can't really see much noise happening, guys. Like, that's crazy. This is a great upscaler once again, and it's now above 100 frames per second at 1440p high settings. Well, 1440p, it's not real 1440p, I know, but it is damn close, guys. It is damn close. It works very, very well once again. I don't know what to do. God damn it, I'm stuck. It's probably a very simple thing to do, but yeah, I'm stuck now, guys. That's it for this experience here. Maybe I should try it with like TAA native and FSR FG at the same time, but yeah, the FPS get like in the 80s, probably 70s sometimes. That's a tad bit too low for input lag. It's still very doable, especially with a controller in my opinion, but yeah, I think I would stick to the no input lag experience with 100 plus FPS, or at least no perceptible input lag, and that would be ideal. And finally, we got 4K resolution on a 5700 XT. This time I changed things to medium because high would be a bit too much probably. Let's check it out at native 4K. 40 something FPS. That is actually pretty incredible. I mean, in this area, once again, which is super intensive by the looks of it, it is performing really well. Wow. What? I mean, it might drop from 30 FPS in extreme scenarios, but most of the time, it will get you 40 plus FPS at native 4K resolution with a 5700 XT, a 5-year-old GPU that wasn't even meant to play games at 4K back then. That's really impressive, right, guys? Wow. This game's optimization is just crazy. Now, of course, we need to utilize a bit of upscaling to achieve higher frames. I'm going to use the FSR 3.1 set to performance, which doesn't look too bad, doesn't look as good as DLSS performance, but it's still super passable. And I'm using a 42-inch monitor right here. I can tell that it's a little bit noisy, and it's a bit softer than it was on native res, obviously, but it's a good experience, visually speaking, still. And now, look at the FPS. I mean, 70 plus is what we're getting here? That's just crazy. Okay, 60s now. Not gonna spend a lot of time here at 4K resolution, because not a lot of people are playing at 4K with this, obviously, but it is insane. Alright, so I'm gonna stop it here, because it's dropping into the 60s. If I look in this direction, it's actually 70. So yeah, 67 frames per second right there. And let's enable FG on top of that. So FSR 3.1 performance plus FG. VRAM is going 57% over the limit there. So you will need a lot of RAM. As you can see, it swapped a ton of things. Now it's using 20 gigs of RAM. But you can get closer to those 100 FPS at 4K. Not real 4K, it definitely looks softer than 4K, but it is very playable like this. And it's smooth, guys. I mean, wow. Input lag isn't terrible either. This is great. I'm very impressed, once again. So that's been it. Thanks very much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you in the next one very soon. And as always, love you all. Bye-bye.